Forza Horizon 6 is likely coming very, very soon. This thing is so ridiculous. I can't see a thing. My friends, Forza themselves have been... Oh, God. Oh, God. Hinting at in a couple of ways, but number one, I think this news right here, that there is now an ultimate DLC pack that gets you every DLC pack in one bundle. Why would you do that unless you were ending your game? It doesn't make sense. You don't want to charge me for more DLC in the future? That makes no sense. It's actually a really good bundle. In my opinion, I think it's a pretty great idea to do just in general, because buying all these individual packs is kind of annoying, but I do think if I bought other packs, I should get a discount. We could talk about the pack all day in one whole video, but I'm not going to do that. The Forza Horizon 5 Ultimate Car Pack Collection now does protect them a little bit, saying cars from all over the world gathered in Forza Horizon 5 Ultimate Car Pack Collection. It lists the car packs. It doesn't say all of them in the description, but by saying ultimate, I think legally they have to basically have everything. So it's pretty safe to assume that yes, this is it, friends. Now, while I get myself unstuck, there are a couple of other points as to bring up, and some of them we've done so already, so I don't want to go into too much detail there. A huge telling thing is that this festival playlist for the last month has been one of the most pathetic ones since launch. And for confusion, I think that's a good thing. What they've got in here is cars from the previous, which a lot of these cars we can actually buy in the Backstage Pass. Speaking of, the Backstage Pass, again, a huge indicator. And to just pull a little clip from a previous video, Forza Horizon 4 got this exact same feature at the end of 2020 in October. In fact, actually, maybe 2 or 3 days later than Forza Horizon 5 actually did. So put that date on the screen right there. See that? October 13th, 2020. Forza Horizon 5 released on the 5th of November, 2021. So about a year and a month later. This one came out on the 8th of October 2024, which then means suggesting that the Forza Horizon 6 release date would be November 2025. In that video, I essentially said November 2025 is when I predicted the game to come out. Now, I'm going to muddy the water a little bit and add a little bit of confusion, because I want to be fair and balanced and, you know, not oversell something here. Like this, by the way, I think it's an obvious one. I just want the Taycan. This one's not as crazy obvious as the other one, so I'm not even going to be mad if it goes the other way, because some people are crazy and want the Lucid, whatever the hell that is. What the frick's a Lucid? This really does muddy the situation. So this is from Pushsquare, a PlayStation website. I've been saying it for a long time. We've all been saying it. We know it's happening. PS5, Forza Horizon, it's going to happen. But what it seems like is there's actually been a delay. It was supposed to come out now, but it got pushed back for some reason, which doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't want to double, triple dip on this game. I'll speak more about that a little bit later, because it adds some interesting points. So, when can we expect this beautiful Forza Horizon 6 announcement, or something similar? Well, there's an Xbox event literally in like 2 days from now. Now, they've already spoken about the games that are expected to be there, bar one, supposedly 2, potentially. Pure Xbox is literally the same website as the PlayStation one, but the Xbox version. It's kind of hilarious, isn't it? Right, Xbox Developer Direct 2025, where to watch and so on. However, the team have only confirmed what 3 of the games are, even though there's going to be 4, which is this, Doom, South of Midnight. It's not like mega huge games, at least for us. Like, I only know of Doom in that list. I don't know what the other 2 are. There is one game that they said is not announced, and it's going to be there. As I said, there may be 2. Jez Corden, which, I'm going to be honest, is the biggest stupid, dumb Xbox fanboy in the world. So take everything as great. This is just Xbox. It makes me sick. The fact that there's accounts dedicated to fanboying over consoles is sad. Grow up. Anyway, so he's suggesting that there could be more than 1, but he could just be pulling this out his ass. He's a fan of the platform. Too far gone. Not a fan of games, just a fan of a platform. Yeah. So January 23rd, it is at 6 p.m. UK, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. There's your times if you want. You get the idea. That's 45 minutes. So just to say, these events, the smaller ones, usually a bit crap. From PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo, they're usually kind of lame. They don't really announce anything of use, and you usually feel like you've wasted your time. However, I think it's incredibly safe to say there's two reasons as to why we haven't heard about Forza Horizon 6 yet, or even got the release. GTA, obviously, and Forza Motorsport. Quick and simple, Forza Motorsport, the absolute colossal failure of that game has absolutely changed the course and made it so that they're making a bit more of a bigger game than they would have without the failure of Forza Motorsport. So that is great news, because I don't think that game has ever recovered and will ever recover because of their failure. And if Horizon did just as terrible back-to-back, it would probably be the end of Forza as we know it. Which, I mean, as we know it, makes it sound like it could be an exciting thing sometimes. But no, I think it would just be the end of it. A GTA 6... A huge reason as to why that's a big cause is that every single game is scared of GTA 6 and we don't know when it's coming out officially. I think we're now getting an idea that it may come out at the end of this year is probably what they're going to aim for, since they haven't announced a date yet. They're pretty set on this date. A lot of people think it'll get delayed. I think that probably won't. They're not going to plan to delay the game. They've had 2 games have the delay. They're not going to try and not plan a delay into it already. If there's an extra delay, then basically, I am still pretty 70% positive that we're going to get GTA 6 this year. We still don't have a proper date. We'll probably see a trailer in the next couple of months, which may give us a bit more of an indication, or where there is a delay. Then we will know release dates for other games, and especially racing games. Forza, at least Microsoft's perspective, is that we should be careful of GTA. Do not let it destroy Horizon. We've already had a terrible launch with Motorsport. Do not do it again, or you're all sacked. It's genuinely probably what they've been told. But also, quickly again, the question of Fable. A lot of people ask about Fable. Well, they're making Fable. They're making Fable. Different fucking studio. I don't know how many times I have to say it. There are 2 different locations for Playground and 2 different teams working on it. Different studio. Okay, so it's the same brand, but there's 2 different genuine studio locations. They're not the same people making the game, so there could be some crossover, but you know. So what do I think? Forza Horizon 6, could it be announced at this event, or do I think it's the PlayStation 5 version of Forza Horizon 5 going to be announced at this event? It's a little bit tricky, and I'm kind of also thinking the Switch may also have something to do with the obvious kind of pushback of Forza Horizon 6. They are pushing on a really long time for the development of Forza Horizon 6. But the delay of Horizon 5 on PS5 is a little odd. It's quite confusing. There's no way that game was a simple port. All consoles now are x86. It would have been as easy, if not easier, than porting it to Steam on PC, like they do at launch. Maybe it's been canned completely, Forza Horizon 5 on PS5, because maybe Forza Horizon 6 is actually coming out super soon and will get the release date at the same time, if not slightly after. Would it make sense to release Forza Horizon 5 right now and still release Forza Horizon 6 at the end of the year? Yes, but I don't think they have long. So if at this event they announce PS5 and Switch 2, maybe, probably not, Horizon 5, maybe it's probably going to get it day 1, right, if PS5 gets it. Then I would assume the Ultimate Bundle with the DLC, as expected, will be an option that you can buy for the PS5 version of the game. If it doesn't come out by March, I don't think the PS5 Horizon 5 is going to come out at all. It would just be too late. It would be too damn late. It makes no sense whatsoever to then release the game this year at the end of the year or early next. There's no way it's going to take any longer than that. There's just no chance. It doesn't make any sense. It would be an incredibly messy development experience if it took any longer than that, because this game should not be taking, what, the 5 years since the previous game? Granted, they were waiting for Motorsport to be made, so technically not that long, but you know what I mean. They're rounding this game down in every single angle. It's coming. It's coming. There's no other way to say it. While we're here, I want to go to the backstage shop. There is one car I definitely want to buy, and that's the Envision. It will cost me 1 pass. I will take it. There was a point in time where I was going to say Hyundai is one of the coolest car brands right now, but I now have to get rid of that statement because they got rid of the i20N, the i30N, and they've replaced them with SUVs and the big, stupid, ugly SUV that I keep seeing everywhere. And they were like, oh, they tried to do an event recently, and they were like, oh, you should come to the event and drive this big SUV. Do you watch my content? It's fine, I got management now. They can deal with it. Okay, Forza Horizon 5 then. Do you think it's coming to PS5, or do you think it's now just been shelved and they're going to do Horizon 6? Because let's be real. If they don't get it out anytime soon, it makes no sense because we know Horizon 6 is incredibly close. There's no way they're just pausing the content in Forza Horizon 5. It's gonna be reduced. It's over. It's every angle is saying it's over. I'm kind of incredibly disappointed by this. This is, you know, when I first saw this, I thought it was hydrogen. That would, like, hydrogen combustion. That was cool. However, it's not. It's fully electric and limited to 155 miles an hour. Can you imagine? Can you imagine spending money? You can't. You can't buy it, though. It's the coolest car they've ever made, but they haven't made it. Now, there's also the rumors to talk about of location, but I really don't know. I've heard rumors that are a little bit more solid in terms of Germany. Some people want Japan. Nihon, if you will. I would love to go to Nihon, but it's just not gonna happen, is it? I don't think they're gonna do it. Hey, I would love to eat my words, but you should, by the way, watch the previous video on this topic because, as I said, there's a few more details in there that are incredibly spicy. Highly suggest